Good morning. In our session today, we will be doing cubes and cube root. So let's begin with the cube first. What do we mean when we say cube? Cube actually means three times or it's three dimensional. So let us say if I want to find out a cube of a number, what do we do? When I say I want to find cube of minus 3, it means minus 3 raised to 3. Or in other words, I multiply that number 3 times to get my answer. So this is 1 time, 2 time and 3 time. So we just multiply the number, 3 threes are 9, 9 threes are 27. Now you can see minus into minus is plus and plus into minus is again minus. So you see if we have odd number of minuses, which is 3 here, our final answer will be a negative number. That means cube of a negative number will be a negative number. Now let's take a positive number. Let us say 6. I want to find out the cube of 6. Then again what we do is we multiply it 3 times. So 6 6 are 36, 36 6 is 216. So 216 is the cube of 6. Now 6 is a positive number, so we get our cube also as a positive number. You must be remembering in square and square roots, when we were removing a square of a negative number, it used to become positive. For example, minus 2 square is only minus 2 into minus 2. 2 times, right? 2 twos are 4 and minus into minus becomes plus. Why? Because it was only 2 times. But here we are having 3 times. So a cube of a negative number will be a negative number, of a positive number will be a positive number. Let's take another example. I have to find cube of minus 2 upon 3. Now you remember the laws of indices which we had said, a upon b raised to m. What does it mean? It will become a raised to m upon b raised to m. In other words, this cube or this power is for both the numerator as well as the denominator. So this is how we find out. Now we know minus 2 raised to 3 will be minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2, and denominator also will be 3 into 3 into 3. So 2 twos are 4, 4 twos are 8. We know 3 negatives are there, so this will be negative. 3 threes are 9, 9 threes are 27. So this becomes the cube of this number, right? Let's take one more example. Let us say 1.1. Now I have to find out a cube of 1.1. Again, method is same. We multiply it 3 times. So we don't first look at the decimal, we just multiply the numbers. 11 into 11, 121. 121 into 11 is 1331. Now after we have got the multiplication, now we decide where to put the decimal. Now you can see there is one decimal place here, one here and one here. So 1, 2 and 3. There are 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3 and we put the decimal place here. And this gives our answer. Now you can directly put the decimal base from here itself. Now here you can see there is one digit after the decimal place and it is a cube. So we should make it 3 times. So instead of 1, 3 places. That is why 1, 2 and 3. This is also correct, or directly from here also you can see. Let us take another example. 0.03 cube, let us say I want to do. Right? So now again, what is the principle? We write it 3 times. Now without looking at the decimals, we first multiply the number. So number is only 3. So 3 threes are 9, 9 threes are 27. Now we have to think to put the decimals. So you can see 1, 2. 2 after the decimal here, 2 here and 2 here. So total is 6. But we have only 2 digits here. So what we do is we put 4 zeros. So now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So our decimal will come here. This becomes the answer. Now you can check out from here also. How many digits after the decimal? 2. And we have to find out a cube. So 3 times. 2 into 3, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the number of digits after the decimal should be 3 times that is present in the number, right? 3 times in the digit, in the cube that you have found out. This is the cube of 0.03. So this cube should have 3 times more digits after the decimal that were already present in the digit. So this is how we find out the cubes. Now let us go about finding out cube root. So let us say 216. I want to find out cube root. In the form of indices, this is how we write cube root of 216. In the root form, how will we write this? This is how it will be written, right? Cube root of 216. Now, how do we find out cube root of 216? What does it mean? We have to divide 216 into 3 parts, right? So for that, what we will have to do? We will have to find the factors of 216. So let's find out the factors of 216. Now, as you can see, the last digit is an even digit. So it will definitely be divisible by 2. So let's start. 2 ones are 2, right? Now 1 is not divisible by 2. So I put a 0. Then 16. So 2 eights are 16. Now again 8 is divisible by 2. So 2 fives are 10 and 2 fours are 8. Again it will be divisible by 2. 2 twos are 4. 1 remains. So we write it here. So 14. So 2 sevens are 14. Now you can see 27. 7 plus 2 is 9. That means it should be divisible by 3. So 3 nines are 27. Again 3 threes are 9. And then 3 ones are 3. So now what we got is the factors of 216. 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, right? So now this 216, I can write it as cube root of 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I got 6 numbers, but I want to divide it into only 3 parts which are same. So now what I can do? Can I change this into 3? Let us say 2 into 3 will give me 6. 2 into 3 will again give me 6. 2 into 3 will again give me 6. So 2 into 3, I am writing it as 6. This 2 into 3, I am writing it as 6. And this 2 into 3, again I am writing it into 6. So you see what we got? 216, we divided into 3 parts. Check. 6 6 are 36. 36 into 6 will give me 216. So my cube root is now 6. Right? Either you can do it this way, or the other method from here which I am telling is, let us say we had this. Rather than multiplying, again you can simplify further. Since this is a cube root, that means for every 3 times we should remove it once. So you can see 2 is there 3 times. So I will remove it out once. 3 is also there 3 times. I will remove it out only once. So 2 into 3, answer I get is 6. Both the methods are correct. Either you arrange it like this and then remove 6, or directly from every 3 times you remove it out once. Let's solve a few more examples here. Let us say cube root of minus 125. Right? That means we have to divide 125 into 3 parts. So let us again factorize it. You know this place is 5, so it will definitely get divided by 5. 5 twos are 10, 25. So 5, then again 5. So you see we got 5 3 times. So now this can be written as minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5. 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125. This is negative, so we put all negative signs and the answer that we get is minus 5. We have it 3 times, we remove it once, right? Let's take another example. 0.729. We have to find out cube root of this number. So let's first factorize again 729. Now how do we find out by which number this will be divisible? 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 comes in the table of 3. So definitely we will be able to divide it by the table of 3. So let's start with 3. 3 twos are 6. 1 remains. 3 fours are 12. And 3 threes are 9. Again 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. So again it will be divisible by 3. 3 eights are 24 and 3 ones are 3. Again 8 plus 1 is 9, again divided by 3. 3 twos are 6. 3 twos are 6. 2 remains. So 21. So 3 sevens are 21. Again 7 plus 2 is 9. We can divide it by 3. 3 nines are 27. Again 3. 3 threes are 9. Then 3 ones are 3. We should keep going till we get 1 here. So these are all the factors. So now this I can write it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 times 3. Right? And what the questions asks is cube root. That means for every 3 times we should remove it once. So 1, 2 and 3. So for these 3 times I am removing it once. 1, 2, 3. For these 3 times again I am removing it once. So I am getting the answer 9. Or I have shown you the other method. We should make it into only 3 numbers. So how do I make it into 3 numbers? This I multiply and make it 9. This I multiply and make it 9. And this also I multiply and make it 9. So you can see I have 9 3 times. 9 nines are 81. 81 nines are 729. Right? So I got my answer 9. Now this is just the number. We have not taken the decimal point into consideration. So now we will have to put the decimal. Right? Now if in the cube there are 3 digits after the decimal point, in the cube root it will be only after 1. So our answer is 0.9. Just check 0.9 into 0.9 into 0.9. Will it give you the answer? 9 nines are 81, 81, 729, 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit. So 1, 2 and 3. We put our decimal here. See, we got the answer that we had started with, right? So you should always remember, if the cube has 3 digits after the decimal point, the answer will have only 1 or 1/3 of it. If there were 6 digits here, the final answer will have 6 divided by 3, 2 digits here. Right? So this is how you should take care of the decimal point also. Right? Or you can write it here 0.9 into 0.9 into 0.9. Right? So the answer will come 0.9. Let's take one more example so that the thing becomes clearer. Let us say cube root of 54 divided by 128. Now we have already learned this. If there is a numerator and the denominator, we will split the numerator also. We will split the denominator also. So let's find out the factors of 54 first. 5 plus 4 is 9. So definitely it will get divisible by 3. So 3 ones are 3. 2 remains. So 18. Again 3. 3 6 are 18. Again by 3. 3 2s are 6 and 2 1. So these are the factors of 54. Let's find out the factors of 128 now. Again 8 is an even number. So first by 2. 2 6 are 12. 2 4s are 8. Again let's go by 2. 2 3s are 6. 32. Again by 2. 16. Again by 2. 8. 2 4s are 8. 2 2s are 4. 2 1s are 2. So we got 1 here also. These are the factors of 128. These are the factors of 54. So let's write it down what we got. 3 into 3 into 3 into 2. Now you can see we have to find out cube root. 3 is there 3 times, but 2 is only 1 time. We will not be able to remove this outside, right? And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 times 2. So now here also you see, if we have 3 times, I can remove it once. Another 3 times, I can remove it one. But here also this 2 is extra. It is only 1 time. So what we can do is, we can just cancel it off. Now see, 3 is there 3 times. I can remove it once out. So I got the cube root of the numerator. Now in the denominator also, for this 3 times, I am removing it once. And for this 3 times, I am removing it once. So the answer that I get is 3 upon 4. So the cube root of this number is 3 upon 4. So this is how you have to remove the cube roots, by taking the factorization and cancelling if anything gets cancelled, and check whether we have it 3 times inside the bracket and just take it out once. So just go through, revise what we did today. We did the cubes, that is multiplying a number 3 times to get the cube of that number. If a number is negative, the cube also will be negative. If the number has 1 digit after the decimal, in the cube there will be 3 times the digit in the decimal. As you can see here, there were 2 here, so they became 6 here, right? Next, we started with the cube root. How do we find cube root? By just factorizing the number, try to find out their smallest number and find out 3 numbers or 3 times inside the root sign to be removed once, right? Either you can do it this way or you can even do it separately. For every 3 times, you can remove it out once. Same way for decimals also. First, we split it into small numbers and then arrange them into 3 and get the answer. Then decimal, we have to find out if there are 3 digits after the decimal, you will have only 1 digit in the cube root, right? It's the other way around of this. Here there are 6 digits, so this is having 2 digit. Here there are 3 digit, so it will have 1 digit. It is this way, right? And similarly, many a times something common also can get cancelled to give you the cube root. So this is very easy method of finding the cube and cube root, and you should be doing the assignment and the homework which will be given on this. Thank you.